Each king in a deck of playing cards represents a great king from history. Spades, King David, a famous biblical king and ancestor of Jesus. Clubs, Alexander the Great, one of the most well-known kings in history and who never lost a battle, and conquered nearly all of the known Old World. Hearts, Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, was king of the Franks. He united most of Western Europe during the early Middle Ages, and laid the foundations for modern France and Germany. And diamonds, Julius Caesar, a Roman dictator who played a critical role in the events that led to the demise of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. The only painting Van Gogh sold in his lifetime was the Red Vineyard, and sold for 400 francs, equal to about $1,000 today. Mostly all of his paintings became a lot more valuable after his death, and even more so today as Van Gogh is one of the few artists that is a household name. The Roman Emperor Nero ordered a former slave named Sporus to be castrated and then married him. According to some reports, Sporus bore an uncanny resemblance to Nero's first wife, and even called him by his dead wife's name. The famous artist Michelangelo's cook was illiterate, so he drew her a shopping list. One of these shopping lists is a priceless artifact today. Spiral staircases in medieval castles ran clockwise, so the attacking knights coming up the stairs couldn't use their right hand while the knights going down the stairs could. This would give the defending knights a fighting advantage on the stairs. Also, left-handed people couldn't become knights because they thought left-handed people to be descendants from the devil. Since records started to be kept, there have only been 6 months total that have not had a full moon. The average moon phase is about 29.5 days, which means there will be a full moon about every 29 days. February, being the shortest month with only 28 days outside of leap years, will occasionally not have a full moon. Since full moons have been recorded, there have been a total of 6 years with a February that didn't have a full moon. In 1972, during a leap year, February was very close to not having a full moon, until one occurred at the very last 29th day. If it hadn't been a leap year, it would have joined the ranks of the No Full Moon Months Club. Pirates wore earrings because they believed it improved their eyesight. Some pirates were convinced that wearing an earring would improve or even cure bad eyesight, as they believed that precious metals in the earring possessed magical healing powers. Another tale was that pierced ears would prevent seasickness. Others believed that a gold earring served as a protective talisman and that a man wearing an earring wouldn't drown. All 17 of Queen Anne's children died before she did. Of all her children, only 3 made it past infancy, and all 3 died in childhood. There was definitely high infant mortality rates at this time, but this was a high count even for that time. Queen Anne died with no living heirs to the throne. The first country to abolish capital punishment was Venezuela in 1863. Of the countries generally considered to be in the Western society, only 5 countries continue to use capital punishment: the United States, Japan, Singapore, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Taiwan. Mexico once had 3 presidents in a single day. The president, vice president, and the attorney general were forced to resign by General Huerta and his men. Under the 1857 Constitution of Mexico, the vice president, the attorney general, and the foreign minister and the interior minister stood next in line to presidency. So the foreign minister appointed Huerta as interior minister and then resigned. That way, Huerta, as interior minister, was next in line and became president. On February 22nd, the president, Francisco, and his vice president were murdered by Huerta. The events around this coup d'etat are known in Mexican history as the Tragic 10 Days.